The Forgotten Letter. On a quiet autumn afternoon in New York City, Emma Parker was cleaning out her late grandfather's old bookstore, Parker's Books More. The shop had been closed for years, gathering dust, but it held decades of memories. As she sorted through stacks of books, Emma stumbled upon a small wooden box tucked away on a high shelf. Curious, she opened it and found an old, unopened letter addressed to her grandfather, James Parker. The envelope was yellowed with time, the ink slightly faded, but the sender's name was clear, Lillian Carter. Emma didn't recognize the name, but something about the letter intrigued her. She carefully opened it and began reading. Dear James, I hope this letter finds you well. I have carried these words in my heart for years, but I can no longer keep them inside. I loved you then, and I love you still. If you ever feel the same, meet me under the old oak tree at Riverside Park on November 12th at sunset. If you don't come, I will understand, and I will never reach out again. Forever yours, Lillian. Emma's heart ached as she finished reading. She checked the date, November 12, 1956. Almost 70 years ago. Did her grandfather ever read this letter? Did he ever meet Lillian? Determined to find out, Emma searched through his old belongings but found nothing about Lillian. That night, unable to sleep, she made a decision. November 12th was just 2 days away. She would go to Riverside Park at sunset and see if she could find any trace of this lost love story. On the evening of November 12th, Emma arrived at the park. The air was crisp, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink. She walked toward the old oak tree, her heart pounding, and then she saw her. An elderly woman with silver hair sat on a bench near the tree, staring at the sunset. Something in Emma told her this was Lillian. She hesitated for a moment before approaching. Excuse me, Emma said softly. Are you Lillian Carter? The woman turned, surprised. Yes, dear. Do I know you? Emma took a deep breath and handed her the letter. I found this in my grandfather's bookstore. His name was James Parker. Lillian's eyes widened as she held the letter with trembling hands. James. She whispered, her voice filled with emotion. He never came. Emma's chest tightened. I don't think he ever saw this letter. I found it hidden in a box, unopened. Tears welled in Lillian's eyes. All these years, I thought he had read it and chosen not to come. I loved him so much. Emma sat beside her, offering a gentle smile. He must have loved you too. He kept this letter all his life. Even if he never saw it. Lillian wiped her tears and looked at the sky. It's strange, isn't it? How life takes us in different directions. Emma nodded. Maybe this letter wasn't lost. Maybe it just found its way at the right time. Lillian squeezed Emma's hand, gratitude shining in her eyes. Thank you, dear, for giving me this moment. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Emma knew she had witnessed something special, a love story that had waited decades to be told. Moral of the story: love and missed opportunities can linger in time, but truth always finds a way to reveal itself. Sometimes, what seems lost is simply waiting for the right moment to be found.